Hey guys, and welcome to the complete Beginner's Guide to Clash Battlegrounds. Today we will be going over everything from character, combos, to rages, to charms, and to emotes, so buckle up. First things first is the beginner combos for every free-to-play character. Let's get into it. The first character is the Knight. Here is the quick beginner combo for him. Now for the next character, Bandit. Next character is Witch. Most of her moves are ragdoll involved, so it is very important that you do this properly. Let's do it. Next up we got Mega Knight. Let's get it. Next up, we got Electro Wizard. Let's do it. Next up, we got P.E.K.K.A. Let's get it. Next up, we got Ice Wizard. Let's get it. For the last character, we have the recently new F2P character, Hog Rider. Let's get it. On to the next bit. Next up, we have the rages. Now I will be going over all of the free-to-play rages, but not the 3 ones that cost Robux. Let's get into it. The first rage is Basic Rage. While under the effects of Basic Rage, you deal more damage with light attacks like hits, as well as dealing more damage with abilities while raged. Here is how it looks and works. The ability does more damage and has an added effect to it. On to the next one. The next rage is Shielding Rage. While under the effects of Shielding Rage, you gain defense. And hitting raged skills gives you 3 immunity blocks for 5 seconds. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Explosive Rage. When you activate this rage, you release a damaging explosion which can be used to evade people. However, if you use it for evasion, it will deal half damage. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Precise Rage. While under the effects of this rage, light attacks have a 50% chance to deal double the damage, and raged skills have a 33% chance to deal nearly triple the damage. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Cluster Rage. While under the effects of this rage, light attacks deal a small explosion that deals an added 30% of the original damage. Using skills while under this rage, release a larger explosion that deals an added 50% of the skill's damage. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Thieving Rage. While under the effects of this rage, you take your opponent's rage when hitting them with light attacks. Rage skills take all their rage, and you passively move faster even without activating the rage. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Rejuvenating Rage. While under the effects of this rage, light attacks and raged skills actually deal slightly less damage. However, even without hitting people, the rage slowly and constantly increases instead of decreasing. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Windy Rage. While under the effects of this rage, light attacks pull in, as well as becoming faster and having more range. Walk speed is increased by 30% while raged. Every skill while raged creates a pulling tornado with a cooldown. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next rage. The next rage is Heavy Rage. While under the effects of this rage, light attacks and every skill bypass block. Raged skills apply a dazed effect for 3 seconds as well. Here is how it looks and works. On to the final rage. The final rage is Miracle Rage. While under the effects of this rage, light attacks deal more damage and heal you more depending how low you are. Landing a raged skill will do more increased damage the lower your health is. Here is how it looks and works. Now on to charms. I will be going over every charm in the game, so do not worry. First charm is Barbarian Charm. This charm gives you a 12.5% damage boost, as well as a 5% defense boost. This charm has nothing that visibly adds to you or changes your abilities. So on to the next charm. The next charm is the Ice Golem Charm. This charm gives you a passive that chills and stuns anybody that hits your block with a large cooldown to it. Here is how it looks and works. The next charm is the Minion Charm. This charm gives you an 8% speed bonus, as well as a reduced cooldown to your front dash. There is no visible changes to you or your abilities that I can showcase. So on to the next charm. The next charm is the Zappy Charm. This charm makes it so that when you land your front dash on an opponent, it stuns them for a short amount of time, as well as giving you an overall increased front dash speed. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next charm. The next charm is the Bomber Charm. This charm makes it so that when you finish hitting your opponent with your fourth light move, they will explode after 1 second. There is a small cooldown to it. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next charm. The next charm is the Bat Charm. This charm gives you 25% lifesteal on light attacks and 10% lifesteal on kills. Here is how it looks and works. As you can see, I am low HP, so you can see the life-stealing in action. On to the next charm. Next up we have the Spear Goblin Charm. This charm makes it so that when you land any skill on the opponent, one spear will rain down onto their head. This spear dazes them for a short time and has a short cooldown. Here is how it looks and works. On to the next charm. The next charm is the Archer Charm. This charm makes it so that your projectiles deal 40% more damage, as well as having a 20% chance to deal 80% extra damage. The final charm is the Graveyard Charm. This charm makes it so that when you land a skill, it spawns one skeleton alive to fight for you. It has a large cooldown to it. Here is how it looks and works. I have basically finished everything besides the emotes. So let's get to that. First emote, Laugh. Second emote, Giant Goblin Dance. Third emote, Electro Laugh. Fourth emote, Cry. Fifth emote, Cheer. Sixth emote, Yawn. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped. This took me a lot of time to make, so please like and subscribe if you want to. Anyways, have an awesome rest of your day. Night. Jesus loves you.